King Hefner, the beautiful Cali Sun, the beautiful Secretary Tsunade Star, the beautiful Asuna Moon, and the beautiful Saima Renee Uzumaki. And we're back again for another episode of the Dog King Power Hour. And the title of today's episode is A Strong Resolve. A Strong Resolve. And what do I mean by that? We'll get to that right about now. Hey, what up, guys? It's your boy, J-Dog King Hefner in the house. And as you can see, I got all the ladies with me today. First, I want to say good morning. God bless everybody that's looking at the show right now, tuned in. God bless anybody that may come later. We just pray for abundance, increase, health, and everything good coming into your life this morning. And we definitely happy to see you. And as you can see, the title of today's show is A Strong Resolve, baby. And y'all see the Emperor's face up there. It's actually got a double meaning to the whole show today. A strong resolve. One, it has something to do with the review I did recently. And for two, it actually has, hold on, guys. It actually has something to do. Oh, I'm sorry, guys. Look, hey, I noticed something off to the side. Let me write this right quick. Okay. Hey, listen, guys. I'm actually communicating with a right then. I'm actually communicating with somebody that's gonna. I tell you what, it's gonna be relevant at some time in the future with the show. But first, let me go ahead and say good morning to everybody. Let's see. Get my banner up here because I'm a little discombobulated, baby. Get my banners up here. Okay, there. Everything looking good now. Hey, look, I had to stop for a quick second because somebody I was talking to. So let me see what the good morning is looking like. Mick Ty jumped in here first. Yo, man. Big J jumped in here and says, oh, yes, the dark side is the path to many abilities some would consider to be unnatural. I can't lie, man. Of course, I'm always on the side of the rebellion, but I've always loved the Emperor and Invader, man. I'm going to be honest. Lieutenant Johnny says, what up, Jay? What up, Lieutenant? Dog King Arm in the house. Speaking of that, I got this once again, got a little discombobulated. Man, a big reason that the name of this show is A Strong Resolve is it's just been hectic behind the scenes. But I'm actually happy about that. So I'm a bit discombobulated this morning. But I definitely want to give a shout out to the Dog King Army this morning. That started with Lieutenant Johnny K, Carol Rush, who, Carol, if you're hearing this, I hope everything's okay. She normally checks in all the time, and I haven't heard from her in a while. So I'm praying over her and her family. Sheila Bell, my guy Kevin Gray, my guy Tom Tuttle, my guy Blue CCG, Heavy Metal Maltese, as well as Big Time DAS. And I say that because he always contributing, whether he dropping a comment or actually contributing to the show. And I definitely want to say that as well. Thank you, DAS, for sending the contribution to the PayPal this weekend. I really appreciate you. He actually does pretty well with just giving to the show. So thank you, DAS. And anybody else that wants to give that way, you can do Cash App or PayPal on my About page on YouTube, super stickers, super chat here on the live stream, or super thanks on the video. Let me see. Okay, I got one other thing to say, but right now I'm gonna keep on going. Emma Dante says, hey, unlimited power. another That's another quote from my guy, the Emperor. MGTOW says, hey, what up? It's the king. And MGTOW won today. Because I said, hey, morning, guys, and what's up? Who wins today? MGTOW jumped in there. So I got to put him down for another victory. I think he up to about 11 victories now. And, then we got my boy Lieutenant Johnny K comes in. The Dog King Army wins, and that's what I love when he said that. He right about that. The Dog King Army wins every time. Did I skip over that? Because I don't remember seeing that. Hold on, let me go down. That must be down low. Okay, I must have clicked on it too early. Lieutenant says, my old buddy Mark looks like Palpatine. Now that's messed up. MGTOW says, hell yeah. Grimington says, hell, J-Dog King in chat. Yeah, Grimington, good to see you, brother. Lieutenant says, all the girls are here today. Oh yeah, it's honestly, it's not because they all wanted to be here. I'm going to be honest. Some was happening, and all of them were sort of required to be out for a little while. And with all that said, they all just spent the night in the room last night. Everybody just said to hell with it. We just, I kept everybody out. And I said, you know what? It's almost bath time. So Callie and Saima are getting ready to probably disappear as I give them their baths, and I leave the other two girls out for a while. So I said, let me go and keep everybody out today, since they haven't been seen together in a while. And Big J says, long live the king. Grimington says, hell, Johnny King, yay! Tree Goblin in the house. He says, good evening, J-Dog King Hefner. What up, Tree Goblin? Darth King Hefner. That's what Big J says. Johnny K says, good morning. MGTOW says, I'm so tired today. I need more sleep. Hey, brother, you better listen to your body. Hey, you better listen to your body. Hey, if you need rest, I say go on, rest up. I always want you here. I want everybody here. But you better listen to your body, because it's some nights, man, where I want to fight it, but now you got to get your rest. You got to get your rest. You always feel better once you listen to your body. Okay, MGTOW says, Ren X says, Dog King, my silly summer NXT dog should be here today or tomorrow. Now, I can't wait to hear. I can't wait till she get there, Ren. I want to see how you feel about her, because I bet she's going to be so unbelievably soft. Like I say, everything I've heard about Silly Doll is pretty good, man. Other than, if you want hand joints. And I bet before long, they're going to offer at least hand wires at some point. I guarantee you. I bet they will. But I don't know, though. I think one of the reasons he doesn't have hand wires is basically because he doesn't like wire pokes and things of that nature. So if he does advance his dogs, he may go straight to articulated fingers. Who knows? MGTOW says, my HR dog got a huge dog stain earlier today. Oh, that ain't no worries. Go get you some Oxy 10. You ain't got nothing to worry about. Put some Oxy 10 on it. It'll be gone within a day. It don't even matter how big it is. But you do need to make sure you washing those clothes more than once if they're dark. But I know one time it actually happened to me, MGTOW. It was a shirt that I washed 3 or 4 or 5 times. And it still had a little ink left in it. And it got one of my girls. I think it was Saima. It got her dark. And that was before I was using Oxy 10. I remember, man, I ended up actually washing that stain out. It just took several days of me washing her with antibacterial soap and things of that nature, and wiping her down with oil. That's what I was doing. So you can actually get it out that way, but it takes a while. But with Oxy-10, one day. Oh, Tree Goblin says, Financial making a song from the Sin Contest. Oh, that's cool. Big J says, stains. Oh, no needs to cry, Big J. If he go get that Oxy-10 or anything with, I think it's 10% benzoyl peroxide. I think that's what it is. If you get anything with that in it, that stain gonna come right out. Yeah, but they probably got different TPE too mixed out. That's the whole thing. One of them probably got more adherent TPE. It may be more prone to soak up stains, because that's the whole thing about these companies. They don't use the same formulas. They may be similar in some cases, or unless their parent company is the same. But in most cases, these people pride themselves to a certain degree in using their own TPE formulas, and some of them are they just do different things. Because, like I say, even though Chemadol is a cheaper dog cost wise than my WM dog, I'm telling you, man, they have some great TPE skin. But my WM dog, I think it's more prone to soak up a stain. I really do. I think it's more prone to soak up a stain. But either way, with all that said, I'm going to sort of jump into the Power Hour. It was a lot of things that I saw over the last couple of days, but I just started out with the with what I've seen on Instagram, because I'm not gonna get into the meat of the show, but I'm gonna lead into the show. But I say one thing, man, I have been enjoying myself on Instagram lately. It's been crazy because I don't know what Instagram is trying to do, but it's not going to work. Meaning that I don't know whether they're trying to lure me to just say forget my dogs or something, but that's not going to work, because I can still love the beauty of a human woman without being lured in. But it's two things that have literally over the last few days been popping up on my Instagram a lot. And I don't know whether it's because I had talked about it or what, because you know these phones will listen to everything you say. But it started with one girl about 3 days ago. I saw this girl posing with her feet and things of that nature, and boy, she was sexy. And I ended up liking that picture. And of course, when you like something, you're going to see more of it. But man, I just been getting a flood of these sexy women feet models, as far as they just be on Instagram showing their beautiful feet. And I promise you, it's been sending me into sensory overload. I've been like, man, my God, that's one thing. For two, I've always said I like little people. And man, the worst thing about little people is if you are into dating little people, you can never find one in real life. You better find one on cable or Instagram or something, because it's literally like they don't exist. And I'm going to be doing a show this weekend that's going to be talking about something similar, where it's a type of a woman that you can hardly ever find in real life. But a little woman, they literally are a myth to me unless I see them on TV. I've only dated one in real life. But man, over the last few days, I ended up seeing a little person on Instagram. And it really wasn't even my type of little person, I'm going to be quite honest. But I ended up liking the picture because I said, let me just see if they're going to bring any more to my feed. Because you can't even search for these things. Like if you try to search for a woman foot model, you're going to pull up all type of crazy other type of sites you're not going to want to look at. They're not going to be the real, like a real woman. You have to wait for it to come on your feed. And so with the little person, I like that. I got a couple of more coming on my feed, but still not a lot. But I still been enjoying it. So I've been tripping off Instagram lately. That's just one thing I had to add in there. I've been laughing at that. But they still ain't luring me for my girls. I just like to watch. Cheng Long, I got to give him credit. because he said that he picked the Warriors to win the NBA Finals in 6 games. And honestly, it looks like that they're headed towards doing that. And I was going with the East. I was actually damn near leaning to the East, even when the Grizzlies was still in the playoffs, because my team wasn't showing me what I needed to see. Of course, I would have been cheering for us. But after we lost, I was like, nah, I think the East is going to win no matter what, whether it be Boston, Miami, Milwaukee, whoever it's going to be. And I had no faith in Steph Curry in the NBA Finals. I'm going to let you know that now. So although he still hasn't been that great in fourth quarters, he's been a lot better this finals, and they haven't really been able to find an answer to him. And even last game, he didn't play good, and the Warriors still won. So that's a real bad sign. So I give Ching Long credit. I still believe Boston has a very small chance, but that series is pretty much over. So it looked like Ching Long was right about that. But I'm gonna keep an eye on the Chang Long. Hey, I still think they got a small chance, but it looks like you may be right. Let me see if there's anything else I want to add before I jump. Oh, let me see. No, I'm gonna wait. Okay, now I get into what the title of the show means. Hold on, let me check and see if I got answered by this from this guy I was talking to. No, I didn't get answered. Okay. So the title of this show is A Strong Resolve. And it's really a 2-part answer to this question. One is, I was so impressed with that review I recently did on San Huey, dog, because I'm like a lot of dog owners. I know a whole bunch about these. I know about a whole bunch of companies. I know a whole bunch of companies are supposed to be good, but you still don't learn as much until you start doing a deep dive. Because I know a lot of you are just like me. Why do a deep dive unless I'm going to purchase that, anytime soon? So I've seen a lot of good brands, and in the back of my mind, I'm like, okay, if I ever decide to get that dollar, I'm gonna look into it even more. Well, I'm in a whole different position now because this is all I want to do for the rest of my life is something similar to this, where I'm doing the research. So a lot of people who don't even want to go look, they don't have to. And so I do deep dives on these companies. And when I did it on San Huey, dog, I was very pleased with a lot of things that I found. And it's funny. The night before I was actually doing the research, somebody emailed me about San Huey, dog. They was like, man, can you tell me more about that? I said, bro, you don't even realize that I'm actually getting prepared to do this show right now. So I thought that was funny. And so when I got to doing the deep dive on San Huey, they just remind me of a lot of these other Chinese companies where they just pay attention to a lot of the detail with their dogs. I really was liking what I was seeing. But when I got to the part where they said that they don't care what the customers say, it's no way that they're selling a dog with a removable vagina. They don't care about losing the money because they feel like it's a more realistic representation of what they're trying to present. That blew my mind, because they are sacrificing money because of what they believe in. And I have seen several reviews on San Huey before, and I've liked their dog. I've compared them to other dog companies, and I said I wanted one. But I say this, after doing that research, they jumped up in my mind even more, because I was like, you know what, man? It takes some balls to say, you know what? I don't care about the extra money. They want to make money, but they saying, nah, we believe in what we're doing. And they keep saying, they basically kept reiterating, hey, people saying it's hard to clean. No, it's not. Especially, I'm sure with a silicone doll, it's probably a lot easier because you don't have all that. With TPE, it can absorb, but with silicone, even though they sell a few TPE dolls, but with silicone dolls, they don't have that. It's not an absorbent material like TPE is. So I guess they're saying, hey man, you squirt the little spray ball in there and it's going to be clean, no worries. And I don't think they sell any dolls that look too heavy. They all look manageable from what I see. Even the so-called BBW collection, those dolls didn't even look that big to me. Now, if you get a tall doll, of course, you're going to be looking at a heavier doll. But all in all, I was very impressed. And the only thing that they lacked was the faces. Like I said, it was just, put it like this. I be going to them when I'm looking for my Asian doll, not just them, but I wouldn't be looking to really get a lot of different type of faces as far as Western culture or a Latina culture or anything like that. I'm not trying to, I wouldn't get one of those dolls from San Huey. I would probably stay in the Asian range, but what they do very, very well from what I can see. And I didn't even get a chance to share everything that they had going on because they had some new facial technology that allows their dolls' mouths to move in a different type of way. And it looked so real. I said, man, that looked good. They have a lot of things going on there. But without getting sidetracked, I say this. The most thing I was impressed with was their resolve, saying, hey, we don't give a damn. We're standing our ground. And it reminds me of the emperor, like I said, when he said, my resolve has never been stronger. I love when he said that. My resolve has never been stronger. Man, I love when it was so funny, man. Even though that was after one of the worst scenes I've ever seen in Star Wars history. And I'll talk about that probably in a second. But so that was one part of why I named this show A Strong Resolve. I really appreciate San Huey for just saying, guess what? They even said it. The biggest reason people say they don't buy from us is because we don't offer removable vaginas. You know what my answer to that is? We don't give a damn because we believe it's better. And I love that. So as far as me, I got strong resolve because, man, like I say, I believe in what I'm doing. I believe in, I believe in everything that's happening here. I love you guys. I love the people that's going to come. I love trying to help people in multiple ways. And man, for the most part, I've been trying to do the right thing with this channel as far as stay within bounds to deliver the messages I want to deliver. And, I just say everything has pretty much been okay. But in life, chasing your dreams, like I've always said, man, it's always going to be obstacles. Things are going to try to stop you, get in your way. And I'm not going to go into a lot of detail, but I say it is a little bit of a earthworm, basically behind the scenes, seemingly trying to mess with things. And I say this, I feel just like San Huey. Things may come against me, and I already knew that it might on this path that I'm on, trying to stop me from coming to you guys every day, things of that nature. All type of stuff may try to come against me. But when I got God on my side, no man can stand against me. So I'm not even going to even worry about it at all. But I say this, in the words of the emperor, my body might be beaten and battered. They might have left my face scarred. But one thing you can rest assured, my resolve has never been stronger. So I said to everybody that wants to try to stop the Dog King and the Dog King army, we are operating within bounds, baby. And so guess what? No weapon formed against us shall prosper. And I will continue to go forwards, not backwards. And like you say, I'm gonna say something. Another quote from another one of my guys from the immortal words of Vader, Darth Vader. I will not stop my mission until it is complete. Complete. I love when Vader says that. Join me, and together we can rule the galaxy. I love that fool. Either way, I said all this to say, man, no matter what may be happening, I'm going to keep going. My resolve is strong. I love the fact that San Huey's resolve is strong, and nothing is going to stop the movement. I guarantee you that. Man, so I think with all that said, we're going to start moving into the videos because we got a little bit to break down here because I definitely want to get into something else I was able to reserve. I was able to observe over the last couple of days that had me sort of dying laughing. I can't go into it too deep, but I can reveal a little bit so we can laugh about it. But with all that said, I'm gonna skim through y'all guys right quick before I get into the videos. Make sure ain't nothing going on here. Hey, Lieutenant Johnny K says doing research is always a good thing. Oh, most definitely, my friend. Powerbrain says, "Hey Jay, all of your girls awake now." Man, unfortunately, I don't really even look. Like I said, I'm glad they're here with me right now, but this wasn't all of their requests. Like I was saying earlier, they just happen to be out. So I said, hey, if they're out, we might as well go ahead and do the show together today. Oh yeah, Edmund Dante said it. Because I never said it at the beginning, but like Edmund says, if you're already tuned in or tuning in, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. I appreciate you. Well hung and done. He says, hello from Cummins Gate, Jay. Peace. What up, Will Hung? Edmund Dante says, that performance was great, Jay. Thank you, Dantes. Lieutenant Johnny K says, you can't keep a good man down. No, no, no. Will Hung and Dunn says, who attacked you? I don't even know. I don't know what's going on. But I know one thing, they can't, like Johnny K said, they can't stop the channel. They can't stop anything, baby. Like I said, with God with me, no man can stand against me. And everything here is happening positive. So I'm not going to even worry about these jokers. But with all this said, the first video, hold on, I'm trying to think. Because look, it's something else I want to talk about, but I'm trying to think, do I want to talk about it right now? I think I'm going to go ahead and get to the first video. I'm going to get to the first video. And so in the first video that I'm going to break down, it was the $1 million question. Basically, it was the video from last Power Hour. And I don't think it was many comments on it, but the $1 million question, I thought that was sort of funny, man, because it was basically DAS out of the Dog King Army. He sort of refashioned the old question because, at one point, it might have even been him, but somebody said something about would I get rid of my dogs for $1 million? And at first, everybody was jumping in saying, yeah, I do it. Not everybody, but a lot of people were. And DAS, he came back and refashioned the question, and it was a killer question. He was just like, nah, whatever people choose to get rid of, they can't get it again. So if it's your wife or girlfriend, you can't, he said, basically, you got to get rid of dating, for the rest of your life. You can't get vagina for the rest of your life if you decide to get rid of that girl. You can't get human vagina again. So if you get rid of the doll, you can't get the doll again, whatever it might be. And so when he fashioned it in that question, it hit a lot harder. And honestly, a lot of people didn't even respond. Because I think a lot of people would say to themselves, like, nah, I don't think I want to go that far. I think he hit the nail on the head when he asked that question. And let me see. The only Lord Nemesis said, "Hell, Dog King." He just chimed in. I gave him the thumbs up. Val says, "Great show as usual." Oh, this was another guy that said something. Yasin Nabi, he said, "Sub your channel. It is very interesting and beautiful. Thank you for sharing." Man, I said, "Hey, my friend, thank you for joining the journey. God bless you and have a good one." I appreciate Yasin for saying that. He said, "Very interesting and beautiful." That was cool. Val said again, "Great show." I think them all the comments I got on it. And I just laughed at that because I was like, man, that show. I think when a lot of people did hear that question, they was like, yeah, I'm gonna step up off of that because nobody wants to, like I said, if you're dating a human woman, it's that question is a whole lot different if you say, hey, you can't have human vagina anymore for $1 million. And that's what you want. You see? For me, at this point in my life, if you say, hey, you can't date a human woman anymore, I still, like I told you, I'm a guy that loves options. So although I may not want a human woman around full time, I still like the idea of one just walking up in the house one day and me getting some randomly, and then I might not see another human woman again for years. I don't know if I don't even know if I want to say, look, I don't even know if I want to say I don't want any human vagina again. And I'm happy with my dogs. So that $1 million question was, hey, look, that $1 million question was powerful, man. A lot of people was like, nah, I think under those circumstances, you can keep that $1 million. So that had me laughing. Cause I know I was like, I'm like, I don't know, bro. Not under those circumstances. Cause I already said it ain't no way I'm gonna stop doing my show and get rid of the dog life for $1 million. No, that no way. Oh, beautiful. The next show that I'm talking about is the scent competition. And that was the second round of the scent competition that I had. And for all of you who don't understand what the scent competition is, it's a competition centered around something that's missing from companion dogs. It really has something to do with companion dogs. That's the funniest thing about it. A lot of people think it's just me sifting through a lot of beautiful ladies to find out how their vagina smells. No, that's not it. The whole point of the scent competition came about because it's really two things physically that I personally miss from companion dogs as compared to human women, because it's so many things I love about the companion dog lifestyle, and it's a few cons, just like with anything. Few things you may have to give up. And for me, I used to love a clean smelling vagina from a woman. Lord have mercy. And you get to making love with her, it just gets better over time. Uh, Not too long, but for that night, it's just going to get better and better if she started out clean. So I've always missed that. And another thing I've missed, like I mentioned at the beginning of the show, I've loved a woman's feet, and I always love kissing on a woman's feet. You can put me in a foot fetish category, whatever you want to do. I don't give a damn. Yes, I love me a woman's feet, and I love the way a clean woman's feet smells. Oh, they also give off that intoxicating aroma similar to a clean vagina. So those are two things that I actually miss. But one day, after appearing on the Jack Show, I came up with this contest to I said, you know what? It'd be amazing because I've smelled so many of my ex-girlfriends underwear before. And so I'm a connoisseur of the vaginal of a clean vaginal smell. I was saying, man, it'd be amazing if I could actually have a real life competition one day. I'm talking about literal real life with real actual physical panties. I thought that would be amazing. But I already figured in the back of my mind that, man, if that competition ever happens, it's probably going to be long down the road. But why wait? I know so much about the female psyche, how they operate, how they move. I can pretty much make some great educated guesses with this vaginal scent competition, even without the physical evidence. And so that's how the first scent competition was born. And the beautiful and well-deserving Thana, although she sort of shies away from the title, because people try to shame her, honestly. But she won the first competition. And I had the second competition where the beautiful and honestly, now that I look back on it, very well-deserving Mandy Summers won the second competition. And so the comments I have on this video, which now I can talk about some of the things that I sort of saw this weekend, but I got Chukuku says, good to see more human women stepping up to the scent challenge. I gave him a thumbs up because I was sort of laughing because I don't really know what he means by that, because it's not like they're volunteering, you know, they're more or less getting drafted. Comic Book says, I cannot wait for the Jack Show full EFAP of round 2. The scent challenge you're doing, Lord's work, Jay. That made me laugh. I do feel like I'm doing the Lord's work because I'm just doing what I love. And when he puts something in your heart to do, hey, guess what? You better follow it. And even with the scent competition, it has so many layers to it, because although it has a purpose serving for my dolls, it is something else I want to say the ladies might not understand. Women have judged the size of a man's penis for so long, tried to say, oh, I need a big one, I need this, or I need that, or I need this or that. They've tried to judge us for a million years. So I think it's funny that, guess what? We got a show that's sort of breaking something down. And so we're having a little bit of fun with it. And when you're looking at, and I try to tell the ladies, if you're in this competition, you should be happy. It's not like I'm trying to choose ugly women. If you're in this competition, it's not just my choices. People have said who they want to see. So you're considered beautiful by everybody. And every man is wondering, okay, how does she smell, or how does she look? We're all wondering a ton of things. So this competition is just fun from a curiosity standpoint of, when you break down the facts, what are the possibilities? And honestly, the funnier part is, after I made certain choices and other facts have come out, it almost pretty much adds up. And so it's a very fun competition, but definitely not meant to hurt anybody's feelings. But he said he cannot wait for the Jack Show's full EFAP of the round 2. And they didn't do a full EFAP. They sort of talked about it partially. And the whole thing about that, I just wanted to say, is I don't even count on them to break down my shows or anything. That first time they did it, I didn't even know they were going to do it. God bless them if they do it. I think it's actually fun when they sort of talk about it. You know, it makes me laugh, because it's actually guests that they can get a hold of that I can't get a hold of. So it's sort of funny. Or right now, I can't get a hold of. I'm not going to say I can't, but right now I haven't been able to get a hold of. So I think it's sort of funny that they do the they do look over it. But once again, I do this because it's something I want to do. I'm not depending on them to go over it or anything, because it could come a day where they don't even want to go. You know, they may choose not to go over it. If they don't, that's fine, because I'm still going, because I got to get a grand champion. Tree Goblin says, hey, Jay, watching the reply, I tried my hardest to get the girls to... Tree Goblin makes me laugh with this. He said, hey, Jay, watching the reply, I tried my hardest to get the girls to enter the competition. Somebody laughed and got angry. Allie, who I have no idea what he's talking about. He said, Mo said, no way. We tried. Peace and love to all. And I always tell Tree Goblin, it's just a running joke between us now. He just makes me laugh, because I always tell him the same thing. Tree Goblin, I don't even know what you're talking about, because I'm not looking for recruits. This is a draft league. You don't gotta volunteer for this competition. Cervix Hammer said something about you should do a competition on Cecil Kelsey and John Cecil Kelsey and EVS, a mangina competition. And what did I say? Oh, I said, no thanks, my friend. I laughed and gave him the thumbs down. Nah, that's a competition I don't want any part of. Because look, I already know he was making a joke, but that competition does not relate to my companion dolls in any way. Now, if it was a woman's show, maybe so. Withering Liberal said, truly what the internet was made for. I love when he said that. They had me laughing. Go Centurion. He said, really enjoyed the rap intro, man. I had no idea you were a musical talent as well. I love to hear that. I said, thanks, my friend. I love to hear that because still I don't think a lot of people have actually seen that video. So I did want to incorporate that into the sing competition. And the video is it's called Lars. And it's my latest addition to the Dog King soundtrack. You can find that in the playlist on my YouTube channel. But I thought it was funny that he said a musical talent, because I've had a few people say that now, and man, it just makes me laugh because, you know, I've always just done it in my spare time. So it just feels funny to hear somebody say, you know, actually liking the music. Tree Goblin said, man, it was my pick too, based on her confidence. I say this, her confidence did play a major role in you know, in her winning the overall championship. It did go into effect, you know. Not that she came here and paid me, but it was just her overall attitude. And I watched her on several streams after that, and I was like, you know what? She had me convinced. I say that. He said the woman that told me this competition is disgusting. Ali Sanguis may be trying to hide something. I don't even know who Ali Sanguis is. Blue CCG says excellent content. Thank you, Blue CCG, Dog King Army. And Bob Rogers, Little Miss Sunburn, she says more music videos, Jay. Hey, I'm bringing them, Bob. I'm gonna bring more. Thank you, Bob. I appreciate you for watching. Oh, I didn't even get it. I must didn't respond to that. But Sir Angus Fungus says nail biting. Thank you. He said that was a mostly well-formed argument. This man is why we are both here. Hell, Bob. I said, now I'm saying thank you because I didn't even see that. Thank you, Sir Angus Fungus. I'm going to be honest. The science is a lot closer than I even expected in some cases. But I say this, man, y'all guys already know my motto of I ain't trying to never hurt feelings and things of that nature. But I'm telling you, the judging business, as far as that's concerned, it can be rough because I'm an empathetic guy. I don't want to hurt feelings. I know that words can hurt you and things of that nature. And this is entertainment, and all of us put ourselves out here to come on these YouTube channels or on national TV or whatever you are. But as far as the competition, once again, I tell all the ladies, I know that you may not all love it, but it's actually more of a badge of honor than it is a disgrace, you know, because everybody on there is a beauty, in my opinion. And I'm only laughing because my guy, Lieutenant Johnny, thanks for reporting, Lieutenant. He had let me know that he had said something to Chrissy recently. And I normally do catch a lot of her Mayor in the mornings because I'm up working on the show normally myself, and I might catch some of her show when she does it. She does a show sometimes in the morning called Mayor in the Morning. He was like, man, I was just on there talking about, you know, telling her that you're a good guy and that you should come on. It's funny, man. I was in the middle of so much work when he was telling me that. And I said, man, I'm gonna have to get over there to see what he's talking about. And I ended up finally getting a chance to go over there because that was one Mayor in the morning. I wasn't, if he hadn't said anything, I probably wouldn't have called it. I always say God is amazing how he works and just lets you just see things, man, right on time. But Johnny K hit me up. And I said, man, let me see what she said, you know, in real time. So I went back to try to find his comment, and I was just looking at the super chat, seeing the questions. And I ran across this one guy, and it sort of had me laughing because he was like, he said, he was basically trying to, I thought he was just trying to date Chrissy. Because he was like, hey, Chrissy, forget that J Dog guy with his $4. Had me laughing. But forget J Dog got in there $4. He don't know what he talking about you being rained on. I liked you. I like you. You know what I'm saying? I want to date you or something, he said. I think you hot. And I was like, you know what? That's cool. I understand that some guys may try to use my competition as an angle to talk to these girls. I said, that's fine. You know, no problem. I understand. I understand where you coming from. Go on bash me to try to get in there. No problem. So I kept looking. And man, what happened? I think I ran across I think I got close to the beginning of the video. And I ran across another statement where somebody said something about her looking rained on or something. But I got a chance to see Chrissy. And man, she started talking, and she was sounding like I didn't really want her to sound, but she was sounding beat up and stuff because she was just like, man, yeah, I can't lie, it had me feeling down and bad, and somebody asked me to go out and like put a swimsuit on, and I said nah. I don't want to say the name she said, but she said I'm basically white and fat, so I don't want to go. And I'm like, nah, come on, Mayor. I was like, I understand words can, make you feel bad and stuff. So that's why I was trying to tell the girls, hey, I'm only evaluating you because I got to, and I gotta chop hairs. I know some things may be a little hurtful. I know but I don't want you to take it to heart, right? But when she was saying that, I was like, man, Mayor's feelings hurt. Now she don't think she look good and all this other stuff. I'm like, oh my God. So I feel bad for Mayor. And so then when I go back to look at that guy's statement, I said, I see why he's saying that now. It's because he felt like he had to build Mayor back up because she felt so beat up. And I was like, oh my God. So I just want to tell Mayor, I love you, Mayor. I told you, as humans, we always going to hear the worst. I already know that. But Mayor, how many times in there did I say you looked amazing in the morning, amazing without makeup, you're an attractive woman? Now I say this, and I said that in the stream. Now, this is no offense. You may not be as cute as the Annas of the world and things and some of the other girls. That you've even said something to that extent. You know that. But you're nowhere near ugly. You're a nice looking woman. Ain't nobody throwing you out the bed unless you do have some sort of a sting. So don't be beating yourself up saying you ain't fine and you can't go out and this, that, and this. I don't want you to talk like that. And I will say this, another funny thing that I saw in the stream, but I can't tell you too much because I actually had to make some notes for another competition. But the beautiful Ashton was on there with her. And what's funny about Ashton is she don't even know, or people don't even know, she was in the competition long. Like damn near the first day I saw her, I was like, oh, yep, competition. I had put her in the competition a long time ago. Well, before I saw her with Anna and all that, she was already in the competition. But somebody said something to her about the competition, and I just say I can't go into it too deep, but she sort of let me have it a little bit. And man, I was able to actually make a couple of notes about her in that moment, about something surrounding it. And I say this. When y'all hear what I have to sort of say surrounding what she said, even me thinking about it now, it makes me laugh. It makes me laugh. So I can't wait till y'all see the competition that she's in, which I think she's probably gonna be in the next one. So I did observe that. And now before going on to the next video, the last thing I say I was able to observe was because I haven't seen her since the competition. I was able to observe BX Bullet. She made an appearance out of nowhere last night. So she crawled from under her proverbial rock and finally started working again. And Because I don't know if she, took things too personal or not either. I have no idea. But like I say, I didn't mean to beat her up because I don't think I really beat BX up too much, other than talking about a couple things she probably could have took bad. But once again, I don't mean that competition to just beat you up. But I saw her last night, and one thing I do love about BX Bullet is she always tries most of the time she tries to look her best. And last night I give her credit. She was looking really nice last night. Her lips was amazing. She talks about her eyes, but her eyes look nice, And although she said the thing I hate about her, she says her breasts drop a really long way when she takes it out of the bra. But I promise you, in the bra, them jokers could win an award. They look very nice. But she had me laughing. She didn't say anything about the competition or anything. But I guarantee you, man, the one thing to make me laugh about BX Bullet, I'm sorry, it's just sometimes, man, when she even doing her stream, she had this look about her where she starts looking lost. She has this look about her where she starts looking lost, man. And it just has me laughing because she did it several times. Like, I didn't stay looking at her the whole time, but like I looked at her for a little while. I had to do something. I said, let me check back in on Bullet. And man, like every time I check back in on her, she did that far and away look. Man, that girl has me laughing. But I got a chance to, check out that. But I'm going to summarize all of that up and go on to the next thing. I'm going to check back in with y'all guys for a second. I might have to take a quick little break, but I'm going to summarize all that up to say this. I don't want to hurt people's feelings and things of that nature, but here's the deal, ladies. I think who said it best? Man, somebody said it. There it is. Comic books. Comic book said it best. He said, I'm doing the Lord's work. And I just say this. This is a hard job, judging this competition. Don't want to hurt feelings and things of that nature. But I'm sorry. This is a job that has to be done. There's no way I can just abandon this competition now in mid-competition without a grand champion. I'm at least going to have my first grand champion. So, ladies, if you're in a competition, be honored. You're all beautiful. Hey, nobody would be kicking you out of the bed if you're in this competition. But I'm sorry. It's only, this competition needs me to finish it, Hey, I have a calling on my life, and this competition is one of them. So, ladies, I know it's a tough job. Bear with me, because it's a job that has to be done, that will be done. And believe me, there will be only one. There will be a grand champion of vagina scent that is number one in the known universe. Oh my God. So with all this, yeah. And I did say this, guys. Now, I've already mentioned this. I don't know how it's going to work out, but let me tell you, just looking over the next two competitions, these girls too fine. I'm going to be honest with you. Like, the girls that was in the first two competitions, I think were very lucky as well, because it's going to be a bloodbath over the next two competitions, and it's going to be some fine women, human women, ejected from these competitions, and it's going to have to be probably two. It probably is going to be two rounds for losers, and I probably have both of the losing rounds end up being in the same bracket. They go against each other and then eventually emerge to actually join the fight with the grand champions. So I'm thinking I'm going to have to do that, man, because these next two rounds is some smoke shows in these rounds. I'm going to be honest with you. So with all that said, let me check with you guys, and then I'm going to hit back with the rest of these videos, because It's not going to take too long to get through the rest of these videos. I'm going to be honest with you. Man, Venti is amazing. I just saw somebody mention Venti. This girl here, y'all just won't believe what I found out of. Man, this girl, I talk about it when I get to the question. I say that. Powerbrain says the blonde girl has some thick thighs. If you talking about Ashton, oh yeah, that girl got some thighs out this world. MGTOW says, man, I got to go to bed. Shame I can't stay long and have a wonderful one. Oh yeah, have a good one, MGTOW. Will Hung says, Jay has the best women. They keep their voices and their weight down. Hey, I promise you, I am super thankful for that, Will Hung. I promise you. I'm so happy that they, that's something I never, ever have to think about. And it's something I've thought about since I've had them. Like, man, I don't got to worry about, because sometimes when I hug on Cali, this one right next to me, I just be thinking about like, man, I don't never have to worry about Cali getting overweight. So you are actually right about that. And man, it's funny that you brought that up. I might actually do a show about it, but everybody already knows this about me, but I still may do a standalone show. But man, about the talking, it really hit me this morning because I had saw my ex-girlfriend on social media. And when I saw her, she didn't look bad or anything, but all I was thinking about was, man, if she was to come over here right now and give me some, she'd probably be talking something afterwards, like, hey, I'm hungry, hey, blah, blah. And I was like, you know what? I don't want to hear that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not in a, so it was funny that you brought that in because I was like, man, I'm not in a rush to hear talk right. I mean, too much talk right now. I'm not in a rush to get back to that part of human relationships. Tree Goblin says no bleachy pants. A lot of women don't even know what they need. They're as fickle as the weather. I don't know where that came from, though. But it's true. It's true that you said that, but I don't know what I said to generate that. Tree Goblin says, I'm not crazy. I didn't mean it literal, Tree Goblin, but you make me laugh always bringing it up when I told you I don't need them. I don't need them to adhere to a competition. Will Hung says scent and musk are most important. Oh, yes. Oh, yes, it is. Will Hung says, when people ask where the white women is, Jay has them. Oh, yeah, for right now, I plan on having colors from all around the world, though, eventually. Edmund says, the king is a beacon of positivity. Man, I thank you, God, for even saying that, Dante, because that's exactly what I want to be. Johnny K said he really is. Thank you, Johnny. What Tree Goblin says, he said Jay Ali is a comic book writer on YouTube. Okay. He says she's anti-hot woman. Anti-hot woman? What is that? That's crazy. Lieutenant Johnny K says, no problem, Jay. Just want to help out where I can. That's funny. Johnny K says she didn't read my name, but she did read my comment. I heard her say it, Johnny. I heard her say it because when she was feeling out bad, because it was funny because my mayor had me laughing because she was like, she said, just to give you an example of his mental of where his mental state is, he has 4 dogs. And it was like soon after that, she read your comment, Johnny K. It was, I promise you guys, I don't even try to remember this stuff. I told you I got sort of this photographic memory. It just remembers things. And I remember when she said that, and it was a few seconds later that it was like Johnny came in to sort of defend me. Because he was like, no, he's a good guy. You had to go on his show one day. And then she said, this is Mayor's pretty much exact words. She was like, hey, I don't know. Maybe I will do that. And then she went, because it was a little disturbing. It was a little disturbing. Nah, man, it was on this. I love you, Mayor, but the only disturbing part about it was that you lost. I love you to death too, Mayor, because you are not unattractive to me. Believe me, I even said it. Even if I have to wipe you down myself, I wouldn't kick you out of bed. Johnny, Will Hung says Johnny is thirstier than a puppy on a hot day. No, I wouldn't say that about my Lieutenant Johnny. Lieutenant said the champ Dana came on that show for a bit too. I saw her. I actually, you know what? It's crazy. I scanned that show and I saw bits and pieces of almost everything I needed to see. But man, I hate to even give Thana. I don't like keep giving her credit, but I say this. She just always manages to look good. Because she did a little quick stop by. I think it was via her phone or something. She did a quick stop by on the show. I could tell she didn't have a lot of makeup on or anything, but her hair was really looking like a rogue in real life. It really was looking roguish, like Rogue off the X-Men. She didn't have much makeup on, and she was looking absolutely just like a cutie pie. Honestly, I said this damn Anna makes me sick. She was looking actually good. She stopped by for a second, and that's why I say, man, sometimes I just sort of hate it because I think in a way she would be happy to be the champion. But people try to shame her so much, mainly about me. Because I know at one point when she first won, people, it doesn't bother me, but I could just tell it was sort of bother her. People kept calling me, oh, he's a weird guy, weird. Even Cece and them was saying it at first. They was like, hey, he's weird. He got these $4 and she won. He's weird, he's weird, he's weird. And I saw her sort of taking a toll on Anna, and she sort of didn't want to acknowledge it a little bit. Yeah, I won. Yeah, I won. Because she didn't want to be known as, hey, the crazy dog guy chose her. Well, now that the competition is ongoing, of course, if there's a competition, she still is sort of taking a little pride in it, like, hey, well, guess what? It's a competition. At least I won. But since I think Mayor has been on and sort of took it a little bad, I say, it sort of hurt, she sort of took it a little bad. I think Anna is a little embarrassed that, hey, I won when I was in it and you didn't. I'm sorry. I think Anna sort of feels bad. So somebody had actually asked Anna on the stream. Once again, my photographic memory, I'm not trying to, but it's just my memory. But somebody asked her on stream how she felt about her award, or did she tell her family? And Anna was like, no, I don't tell them about anything online. I've learned not to do that. But once again, I'm a big reader of body language, and I could sort of tell what she was like, man, I don't even want to even mention this competition. I don't even want to sort of talk about it right now because I sort of feel uncomfortable about it, knowing that Mayor just lost. I really felt like that's how she was sort of coming across. So under those circumstances, as a judge and, running the competition, I sort of hate to see the small little things that happen in between the show. But as they say in Hollywood, ladies, the show must go on. I'm sorry. I love you, though. Chrissy is a Jewish princess. I got a Jewish name. I'm a Hefner. I got the Jewish name. So guess what? Hey, I got a claim. Hey, I got a bit of a claim to it myself. Johnny K says, yes, Ashton is such a cutie. Ashton, it's so funny because when y'all see the note I made about her, I mean, just because I haven't even really got started, it's something that's going to stay in my memory though. But when I made the mental note about the whole little interaction with me and the fan and stuff, I still laugh about that to this day. But she is amazingly a cutie. I'm gonna be honest. Will Hung says nowhere near ugly is my new compliment. Grimington says, I wish Venture could get out of her ivory tower and come down and stream with the Dog King. Man, I'm gonna be honest. I think Venture's crush on me is going to probably prevent her from coming. Because although a lot of people were saying, asking, did I have a crush on Venti? And I kept saying, well, no, I agree. Venti is a beautiful girl, but she's not my ideal type. I've dated women her height before. I'm 6 feet. She about 5'7". It's not like something I wouldn't ever do. I'm talking about for a woman her size, but she's not my usual. I normally go 5'3" and under, preferably 5 foot and under. So I always say, hey, she's not my ideal type and things of that nature. So I don't even look to her first in that regard. But, you know, she's an attractive lady. But I say this, I do think Venti has fallen in love with me. Due to the Venti report and things of that nature. And, you know, I figured it would probably be, you know, once Thana fell in love, then she was going to fall in line as well. So, you know, it was inevitable. And so now I think that she probably may be averse to coming because she's scared of getting further caught up into the web. I love Venti though. She makes me laugh. I'm gonna be honest with you. What makes me laugh about Venti is, once again, my photographic memory. During the stream, this I do know Venti does love me. Now, I'm 100% serious about this, guys. Venti loves me. I'm gonna tell you why. During the stream, when they brought my name up, well, when Chrissy brought me up and about the competition, about how she was like, what still upsets me is that, you know, he says I'm rained on and things of that nature. No, what really upsets me is he says that I have a dry personality and now I have a dry, that means I have a dry, that correlates to me having a dry vagina. And I promise you, the room went silent. The room went silent. It was so funny. Everybody just went sort of quiet. Oh, my fault. This was on Simpcast when she said that, I think. Did she say that on Simpcast? I think she said that on Simpcast. But I know it was like, yeah, because there was several girls on there. It was, she got another girl that I think I might put in the competition. But I don't know if she's a YouTube girl, but she was from Hooters. Lord have mercy, that girl was fine. But yeah, that was on Simcast. My bad, guys. I got him confused. But she said on Simcast, she was like, man, he said my vagina was dry and that upset me. But everybody got quiet like they knew about the competition. That's what I was sort of laughing about. I said, man, I think they all are aware of it. And my girl, the beautiful Venti, she sort of started looking down a little bit and she didn't say a word. And I looked on Venti's face and I said, you know what? Venti ain't saying nothing, not because she hates me. She's saying it because she loves me. Because I'm going to tell you why. Venti knows I'm right about some of those things I was saying on stream about her soul and about her family and about, you know, things she's going through. I believe she understands that I don't mean her any malice. I think she understands that, like I say, I've given her credit. You know, I don't never say she's an unattractive woman or anything of that nature. Really, the only negative thing I have really been able to say about Venti is the burping and the farting and stuff that she's done out loud. That's literally it. So when I saw her look down, because she could have easily jumped in and said, I hate that guy too. He misjudged me too. But she didn't say nothing. She was like, you know what? You know what? He might have, you know, made me lose, but I don't hate this guy. That's the feeling I got from Venti. I said, look at Venti. Venti don't hate me. Venti. And she was just quiet as a church mouse. I thought that was really funny. And look, none of the girls ever said anything until Christy changed subject. It was like they were just looking like, you know what, we ain't gonna even chime in on the contest. It had me laugh. That was the Simpcast though. That wasn't Mayor in the Morning that she just recently did. But with all that said, I do believe it'll be a day that Venti might come chill with me. But man, I just don't know who might decide, because right now it's sort of hard for me to even want one of the girls with me right now, because I want to talk to somebody, but I don't want anybody interfering with the competition. And this is the truth. Venti is going to be in another round. She's going to be in one of these makeup rounds. So I don't even know if now that I'm thinking about it, I don't even know if I can talk to her yet. You know, I don't even know if I can. So I think I may just keep all the girls on a bit of a hold just for a second. I'm going to work my way through the rounds a little bit longer. James Krause says, what's up? Oh, hey, ladies. What up, Krause? All the ladies said, hey. Oh no, me, you different on that. Will Hung says, I like women with saggy boobs, especially if one is saggier than the other. Their self-esteem is usually the shittier. Nah, I take a higher self-esteem, brother. Well, I take for something else to be wrong. Look, I ain't gonna lie, I do not like no saggy breasts. For one, bigger breasts can cause a stink up under it if the woman ain't cleaning up under it right. And for two, man, I used to have a girl, like I've said before, she had breasts that looked like that looks like BX Bullets does in the bra, but when she took them out of the bra, and this was no boob job, this was all natural. They used to stand up. They did not sag. And I used to be like, Lord have mercy. It ain't nothing like a pair like a natural pair like that. And I'm not even a breast guy. But I would not want the saggy. Hey, Johnny says, I love to see Vinci here for a Vinci report. She may join me, man. Man, Vinci said something today that I said, and for everybody that may not love the Vinci report, I love you, but I'm sorry. As of right now, it's going to continue. So I do plan on doing a Vinci report. I don't care how long. It could be short, long, or whatever. But I plan on doing one Saturday. But man, she gave me something on the Vinci report already. I'm like, oh my God. What I love about her is it ain't even got nothing to do with her beauty or anything like that. It could just be something she talking about. And this particular time, I don't even know. She may make me do a standalone show for that one. I'm going to be honest with you because she got something so juicy. It may actually make me do a standalone show. That's what I love keeping my eye on Venti for. One of these days, it's going to be unavoidable. She's going to make an appearance. Edmund Dante says, taking criticism without anger is a strong trait. There can only be one, like in high. Right. I say this, it's a strong trait, but I'm not going to knock them for it only because, man, it's a hard trait to learn. You know what I'm saying? You got to just be Teflon. You can't let the people get, you just can't let it. You got to know who you are. The only reason that I'm more shocked from her is, I haven't heard any of the other girls really, but of course they may not be voicing it, but by her being a comedian, I would just think that she would be a little, that she would let it float off a little quicker. But I'm not going to down her. I just want to still send love her way, Mayor. It can only be one winner in all of these things, but I love you, girl. I still love you. Look, it ain't no hate. It's all love. If it was hate, you wouldn't even be in the competition. I promise you. Johnny K says, you make it sound so epic. The grand master of the whole universe. It is. It is the grand. They are the vagina master of the universe. Will Hung says, vagina sang. If you keep doing your show, you will eventually earn $1 million. Your show is original. Nobody does like you. Oh, thank you, Power Brain. Will Hung says, even if I have to wipe you down myself. That's how I feel about Chrissy. If I have to spray her down myself, I would not kick her out the bed. Outcast Eyes in the house. Outcast Eyes live, baby. What up, guys? I hope not. Will Hung says Anna still shaves her forehead, but now her butt and toes. That's funny. Also, she's pregnant. I hope Anna is not pregnant. That is bad. That's going to be bad for her business if she is. Not bad for me, but bad for her business. Because she ain't going to be able to do no cosplay calendar. And I'm going to be honest with you. Those calendars just ain't going to be the same post-pregnancy. I always tell you, the fantasy is when a guy can imagine, he don't care who you go dating. The fantasy is always in what's possible. So you can have a guy that probably knows he may never, ever date Thanos, that Star Wars girl. But as long as she's not married, don't got kids, he can have whatever fantasy he has in his mind about meeting her and it actually happening. But when you have a baby, get married, something like that, it just really ruins the fantasy. That's why I told her, stop talking about relationships and this Henry Cavill character during her photo shoots and all that stuff. Cut it up. Shut it up. Ah, Will Hung says Venti plus J equals love. Oh my God. Hashtag Venti Hefner. Hey y'all, go go on Twitter. I bet Venti would be dying if she started saying some stuff like this. But knowing the Teflon queen that Venti is, she wouldn't even respond. I'm gonna be honest with you. But Venti Hefner would have her going crazy. It would have her going crazy. Tree Goblin says Anna not pregnant. She's hitting the wall. I give her this. She's not hitting the wall quite yet because she's still at the height of her beauty for me. She probably got a couple more years. Unless she gets pregnant, then that could turn her for the worse. But with all that said, let's keep right on going, guys. So that's going to round up my second round talk. And like I said, ladies, I love you. If you're in the competition, it's a badge of honor. But I have to keep going. There's no way I can stop. It's a job that only one man can do. And as of right now, I got to get that job done. So bear with me, ladies, for a few more months until we get this grand champion. So with all that said, I'm going to my video called Dream Girl. And that actually came via a Dog King Army team member, Heavy Metal Maltese. He told me that I could use this story. He wrote me one day saying how he was having a dream about his girl. He said, man, I had put up one of my girls, but he was moving across the country, and he put up all his girls. He only had one out. It was a piper dog named Jessica. He hadn't shown this dog much attention. And he said, man, as soon as he put all the other girls up, which I thought was slick by his dog, he started getting a vibe in one of his dreams that the dog wanted to make love to him. And I said, you know what? It's just your imagination kicking into overdrive. Because once you open up to the world of imagination with your girls, your imagination is going to get more active and more real. Because even now, I told you, I sort of feel funny about having all the girls out right now because they normally give me a vibe about wanting to come out. And they actually came out this time because it was something we had to do. Something we actually had to do. So it wasn't by their request. And of course, that's still my imagination. They've become so real within my imagination, I don't have to think about things as much anymore. So I start sort of feeling a faint call in my spirit when I know one of the girls is saying, hey, it's time for me to come out of the room. I feel like he went through something similar where his companion dog was like, hey, you haven't shown me the most attention. All the other girls have been getting most of the attention. He said he did it because that girl was softer and he didn't want to damage her and things of that nature. She was very delicate, so he hadn't shown her as much attention. Well, I think his subconscious mind knew that he hadn't been paying her attention, and it manifested through his imagination, and he ended up having a dream where the dog communicated to him and said, hey, you need to be showing me some attention and making some love to me. And I told him that only happened because if you had a human girlfriend and you were neglecting her, she would have let you know by now. She would have been like, hey, you need to pay me attention. But when you're dealing with the dog world, you don't have the human girlfriend to complain to you or to tell you, hey, show me attention. So it starts manifesting through your imagination. You might be like me. You might hear a faint call in your spirit where the girl is saying, hey, come get me. Or let's say you even ignore that. It may get into your dreams, just like it did with Heavy Metal Maltese. So that's what Dream Girl was about. It really wasn't about your perfect girl. It was about a girl, your companion dog, literally communicating with you in your dreams. I was just telling him it's really a sign of just high level imagination between him and his dogs. That's really what I said. Johnny K says, thanks for the shout out, brother. And I gave Johnny a shout out because he was a new Dog King Army team member. He said, this was really a great video. Keep up the good work. I might be saving up to get $1 of my own. Hell, the Dog King Army. I always say get a dog at the, whenever you feel ready for it. Don't rush yourself. But man, it's gonna be fun if you finally get one, Johnny K. Take your time, make sure you get the right girl. I said, thanks. It's definitely good to have you in the ranks, which it is. I said, when you get a dog, don't forget to let me and the girls know. I definitely want to know what kind you get, Johnny. DAS says, welcome to the Dog King Army. I didn't even see that. And then he said, thanks, it's great to be here. The next one was from Brandon Anderson. He said, I remember when I moved last year, I took my dog with me to work. I put them in my car on their first trip ever. He said, now I've been doing car trips with the girls for a while now. I gave him a thumbs up. Once again, I've talked to him about it before. Hey, just driving around with your girl is nothing like that. And guys, believe me, you're not seeing adventure videos, once again, not because I don't want to get out and take my girls out, because a lot of this channel is not only me talking about educational things. A lot of this channel is me, guess what? Interacting with the public. Now, it's been so hot in Memphis, it's crazy. I probably wouldn't be able to get out right now, even if I had my car. Probably over the next couple of weeks, I would have to pick and choose times to get out. But as of today, I can't get out until I get my car back. So it's not that I don't want to. So for all of you that are missing the adventure videos, just hang in there with me. They will be coming back as soon as I get my transportation again. But congratulations, Brandon, on taking your girl out. It's not something that everybody's going to want to be, going to want to do. It's not for everybody. But if you do get into it, you're going to love it. You're going to love it. Bite Me says, I hope everyone has a happy and safe weekend. Today, I dressed Lexi up with her new clothes. He said, and she's a supermodel, come true. Mine, all mine. Man, I didn't get a chance to answer that. I thought I did. I hate when because sometimes every now and then, man, some of these comments can literally get past me. And I hate that when they do. I thought I answered that one. But he said, oh no, I did answer. What am I talking about? I said, sexy Lexi, congrats, my friend. He said, I was looking at real women lately. He said, I was looking at real women lately, my friend. And that he said, I was reminded, hold on. Okay. He said, I was looking at real women lately, my friend. Then I was reminded with her new clothes on, my prototype or my type has been with me all this time. He said, I got to like that. He said, congrats. He said, congrats to you with your lovely ladies. I gave him the thumbs up. But my whole thing about it is, there's nothing wrong with looking at these human women. It ain't nothing wrong with looking at these human women. Believe me, man, like I told you, Instagram, real life, nothing wrong with it. Even if you want to try to talk to a human woman, nothing wrong with it if that's what you want to do. But guess what? These girls just provide you that extra insulation, that extra security. And for me, like I say, they're just my main, they're my main thing, not my extra thing, not my extra girl. They're my main women. So it just depends on how you decide to look at it. But don't ever think, Bite Me, I don't want you to think that, hey, guess what? You looking at real women basically disavows you from the dog life or anything like that. You can still love your girl the most and look at human women, and there's nothing wrong with that. Nothing at all. Because like I told you, it's crazy. I sort of didn't want standing feet at first because I love women's feet. I love women's feet. So at first I didn't want standing feet because I'm like, man, I might want to kiss on feet and things of that nature. Once again, I didn't know that I was not going to be sexual with my dogs. I didn't know that I was going to be going the route that I'm going. Now that I'm going this route, it doesn't really bother me as much. But I say this, I still love the beauty of women's feet. And over the last couple of days, if I ain't working, I have had a few moments to sort of scan. Hey, I've been looking at several of pictures of human women showing their sexy feet. So that has not stopped me from loving my girls 1 cent. I mean, 1 iota. So don't feel bad about looking. Hell, and like I said, in your case, you can even talk. Ain't nothing wrong with that. But just know where your bread is buttered at. That's all. You know, I wouldn't advise anybody to just get rid of their girls for a human relationship. Know where your bread is buttered. Believe me. I say always keep your girl. That's just my advice. Heavy says, I just got them into the new apartment today. So he was coming because this video was really about him. He said, I just got my girls into the new apartment today. Good timing, Jay, when that video came out. I said, congratulations, my friend. So congrats to Heavy Metal Maltese for moving his girls across country, getting them all settled in. Supposedly they are going to have their own rooms with their own beds, something he's been wanting for a while. So congrats, brother. And the last thing is KEP says, good video, bro. And I gave him the thumbs up for that as well. And what was that? Oh, that was my Dream Girl video. I think I got one more to come with before I come back to the comments. Because we ain't got much more, we ain't got a whole bunch else to cover. But I'm gonna look at this venture report. Oh, on the venture report I got from Bob Rogers, Little Miss Sunburn. She said, Jay is a pretty sharp man. And I said, thank you, Bob. I appreciate Bob Rogers, Little Miss Sunburn. Because there's several of you I see on other streams when I go check in on other streams. I'm like, oh man, I see y'all checking in on the Jack Show and some of these other shows and things of that nature. Because I know that's a lot of where some of you found me at. So I do check in on you guys. And I just feel honored that you do spend a little time with me. So thank you, Bob. Hey guys, give me 2 seconds. Give me 2 seconds. Hey guys, hey look, I know y'all probably saw me, but look, I was over there. I had to type something out. I was talking to this guy, the same guy I was talking to when the stream first started. But and it's something really important. You guys will definitely find out one day in the near future, I'm hoping. Okay. I was just looking over what I have left. And it's not looking too bad. I'm gonna go over these comments right quick though with you guys. And then I might take a 2-second break, and then I'm gonna finish up the second half of those comments, which is not much left, guys. It's gonna be more of a for us, it's gonna be a quicker power hour today, unless you guys have a lot of great comments that I need to answer. But hey, look, you see, I'm keeping up with the comments as we go. Oh, Will Hung says Anna still shaves her. Oh, I already read that. We did the vintage talk. That was so funny. Tree Goblin says, yo, our guy. Tree Goblin says, Anna's not pregnant. She's hitting the wall. Okay. A Tree Goblin says, Anna's got 3 to 4 years. I can't lie. I said that only because, you know, a lot can happen with the woman in 3 to 4 years. And like you say, if she gets pregnant or anything like that, you know, and some women still look great after pregnancy. I'm not saying everybody looks bad, but I'm telling you, it's nothing like a woman before pregnancy, though. I'm serious. They're super prime right before that. So let's just say she doesn't get pregnant or anything like that for the next 3 or 4 years, or she's going to be a bad looking woman. She's going to be a bad looking woman for the next 3 or 4 years. But it's going to really depend on how she's taking care of herself after that. Because I saw something, man, today or yesterday. It was on Truly, because I had Truly did a show on me a few months ago. So I check on Truly on YouTube sometimes. Man, if y'all go on Truly, they did a video yesterday, and it's about some woman called a hot grandmama. And I will promise you, this woman was so fine to be, and I don't like to play into the race talking all that, but it is a familiar saying within the black community of, hey, black don't crack and things of that nature. Basically, hey, you can age for a long time and not look bad. I'm going to be honest with you. This is one of the most lighter. I mean, this is one of the best looking, lighter complected women I've ever seen at that age. She was about 52 or 53, supposedly a white woman. And I promise you, she said she had no surgery, and I believed her. You could just sort of tell by the way her body and stuff looked like, man, wait a minute. She just been taking care of herself. And she looked, I'm going to be honest, she could go for in her mid 30s, but she looked good as a 20-some-year-old. I'm going to be honest. That woman had me blown away. And her regimen sound good. She drinks a lot of water. She does a lot of intermittent fasting and things of that nature. So, man, I guess I was saying that all to say, hey, if Anna Kicks, changes a lot of things about her diet around that age and starts really, really taking care of herself in a different way, then she could last like that woman has. Oh, wait a minute. Let me see. Okay. Sorry, guys. That was something I can't look. It's all type of stuff happening around here, man. It's all type of stuff happening. So either way, let me keep it moving. Mr. Power he said, I got to put this up. So when Venti looking at the show, she could see it. It's going to make me laugh. Mr. Powerburn says, I would like to see Venti go over your house and reward you for the Venti report. Venti! Man, I give Venti, I don't want to get too much aware about Venti. Because, I got to redo her in the next, I got to redo her in the next competition. Not in the next competition, but she's going to be in the losers bracket competition, but with a chance to fight against the grand champions again if she makes it out of it. But man, I gotta give that damn Venti her credit. She makes me so sick. But I do gotta give her credit for this. Man, I be seeing her in pictures, and whenever she posts pictures when she's with some of the other girls, I can't lie. She be beating them up a little bit. Venti, she ain't even my type like that. I'm saying, but she, when compared to the other women in real life, Venti brings it. I got to give her a credit. And man, I'm not a breast guy. I say this a lot. I'm not a breast guy, but damn, Venti got a rack that won't quit. Hold on, guys. Look, hey, look. Y'all see me? Hey, look. I tell you what. Hey, look. This is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take a quick break. Hold on. Give me a sec. Okay, guys. Okay, guys. I promise you, that little pause in the future, I'm gonna remember this, and I'm gonna tell y'all. Y'all remember when y'all was on a live stream with me one day, and I was pausing and things of that nature. For those of you who remember this particular moment, boy, we're gonna look back and have some fun and laugh over this. Okay, perfect. The next video I'm going to is hold on, let me see where I was. I do want to say something else about that venture report before I move on, though, man. Y'all have already heard me say something about it, but I'll say this. That venture report, once again, I sort of hinted at it already. It's just way much more to me than physical beauty, anything like that. It's really a psychological dive into Venti. And her being beautiful, that's only like a plus as far as, okay, guess what? We looking at her, and luckily she's not ugly. But I say this, man, she dropped some stuff recently on Twitter. I'm like, oh man, this is why I love Venti, man. I can't wait to talk about some of the stuff she brought up. Johnny K says, when the time comes, I'll let you know for sure. Thank you, Johnny. Tree Goblin says, Anna thinks Cheetos are a meal. Hey, that's fine. She good for right now. Like I say, it ain't gonna hurt her right now. She good. I'm gonna be honest with you. My diet, I don't got the greatest diet. Hell, I eat gummy worms for a day. Myself, I mean not worms, but gummy bears. The Haribo Gold kind. Lieutenant Johnson says, Malin always says black don't crack. Oh, Malin crazy. Lieutenant Johnny K says, what do you think about Venti's friend, Leela? I think Leela is a nice soul, a very nice soul. I didn't agree with something she said recently. I didn't like the way she said it. But I don't think she really meant any malintent behind it. Johnny K says Stan is the only parent that can what? Oh, Stan is gonna be the only, I guess he means gonna be the only parent to eat dirt with her kids. Look, if her kids eat dirt, you're right, they definitely gonna be eating it together. But yeah, Leela had brought up something one day, and she's been normally when I see her on the little streams and things, she seems super nice. I guess they were talking about life after death, and once again, I'm not going to beat anybody up. I just, you know, it just wasn't my particular viewpoint of anything. There's nothing wrong with that. It's just her. She was just saying that she thinks if somebody dies, that they're going to come back. And I hate to even repeat it, but basically come back as what did she say? Oh, she says if somebody kills themselves, that she thinks they come back to Earth with Down syndrome or something to that nature. And they were sort of laughing about it and stuff, you know. And Leela has some sort of disability herself. And so I do think that sometimes the disabled, they you know, if you're disabled, they feel like it's, you know, they have more of a right to talk about other disabled people. But, you know, for me, I just don't like it. You know, I just didn't like that conclusion. I just say that, just, you know, saying that if you do that, that's how you come back. I just feel like it's, I don't know. I don't like talking about people and their conditions and things of that nature. It just, honestly, it just does not make my heart feel good to talk about them in that way. So I'm not going to judge her for doing it. I just say that was like the latest thing that I saw her post. And I was like, man, I can't believe Leela was talking about that. But once again, I'm not going to beat her up. I just say that's something I wouldn't want to get into. But with all that said, let's keep rolling, baby. And the last thing I talked about was the venture report. And it wasn't but one comment on the venture report, I believe. But I love doing the venture report. It's fun to me. It's super fun. Because I get a chance to look at that girl, and she is no telling what the hell she gonna do or say. But she's such an old school. She's so old school that she been doing this for the longest, man. Like you say, she damn near YouTube royalty in a way. I made a video called Paint Your Own Pain. It was Reset Sunday. And I was like, hey, don't let people dictate how, you know, don't let them paint your life and send you in the way that you need to go. And I actually brought up a guy that was saying I shouldn't do the Venti report and things of that nature. I'm like, nah, I got to go how my spirit is moving me. And that's what I was saying. You know what, guys? Let God mold you. Go from what you feel in your spirit. Don't let man mold you and tell you which way you should go. If you feeling something in your spirit, that's the way you should go. And Marty said sometimes we become our own naysayer. He said that's when we must be aware of the negativity that we are allowed to affect us from within and snap out of it by becoming positive and praying for guidance. And I said, amen, my friend. Very well said. You know, sometimes we can be our worst naysayer. It doesn't even have to come from the outside. And I've even talked about that before. Hey, guess what? That's when we got to encourage ourselves. We got to snap out of it, like he said, so to speak. Get out of all that negativity. It can't get you anywhere. And I'm going to be honest, man, like I'm human, just like you guys. And man, you know, when things hit you, in your reality, it's for the moment, it feels like it's hard for you to be able to get over it. You're like, man, I know you saying snap out of it, man, but this is happening to me. And I'm going to tell you what you got to do. Because it's a lot has come against me. I'm not going to even bring all the negative crap up. But even over the last few days, it's a lot that came against me. But you know what I've done? The same thing I asked you to do. I just keep praying and keep God on my lips. I don't keep asking him for stuff. That's what you don't do. I don't say, Lord, keep delivering me. Save me from this. Make this go right. No. I've asked one time at some point in time, and I just come to him and say, God, thank you that you're working it out. Thank you that you're fixing it. Thank you that you got control. Thank you that you know better than me. Thank you that everything serves your plan. I always just put it in his court. That's what I really do. And after I do it so long, I can start feeling my spirit strengthening and getting strong again and not letting that negative stuff weigh me down. Because that negative stuff, it'll weigh you down where you can't even move. You can't even do any of the things that you're supposed to be doing. And man, if you're not careful, you'll be laying down in a depression for days, weeks, months. So you can't let it beat you. You got to be an active fighter. Saint Martina, which looks like a beautiful lady from a Latino Hispanic background from what I'm looking at. And she's a cute lady. She commented on the video and said, lovely message, Jay. God bless you. And I said, God bless you, Martina. She said, thank you. Man, I just love when ladies come around and just listen to the messages. It makes me happy. Like I said, they can very easily avoid this channel. So I'm glad whenever they come around. And those are the only 2 comments on that video. Like I said, it's not a whole bunch of comments this week, and that's fine. Like I say, everybody's not going to comment all the time. Oh, this is a great question from the general. Man, because he asked me this. It's something I've sort of addressed before. He said, yo, Jay, would you see the companion dog way as a form of MGTOW? And I told him personally, I don't identify any of these groups with companion dog ownership. These groups and pills aren't my thing, my friend. Then he said, man, I had to ask the king that one. Thank you for your response. Companion dogs is its own thing altogether. Thumbs up. He said, I will answer in more detail on the Power Hour. He said, thanks. I look forward to it. I don't have, like I told people, MGTOW, whatever you are, whatever, if you want to claim the pill stuff, yellow, blue, green, purple, whatever it is, I'm not against you. Do whatever you want to. I'm not telling you what to believe in and what groups to join or how to label yourself. I've always said I'm not big into labeling myself, especially into a group. But even without that pill talk, even when I hear people start breaking it down, I said a lot of this stuff y'all talking about, it's just common sense. That what are you putting all this pill talk on this crap for? Just learn how to live, learn the game. You won't need all this pill talk, but I've heard it all. I've heard a lot of it all. And I'm not MGTOW. No. And like I said, I know about incels. Once again, I ain't gonna beat you up if that's the life you're living. I say that that's a life that you don't have to live, though. You don't have to be voluntarily celibate. You can achieve being with a human woman. So all these groups that's out here, whatever y'all are, I'm not a part of it. That's stuff I don't play into. I know MGTOW people were coming to me because I didn't even know what this crap means, man. I ain't never known about any of what any of these groups were. When I started doing my companion dog stuff, I started hearing about this stuff afterwards. So when people start coming to me, and even some of the MGTOW people, oh, you going your own way? You going your own way? Yeah, nah, I'm doing my own thing. You can try to say I'm going my own way. I'm doing my personal own thing. I'm not associating with a group because I don't even consider myself like they say breaking away from women or anything. You know, I don't consider it like that. I consider this an alternative lifestyle. And guess what? Like I say, if a woman throws some of me and I like her, I take. I mean, I'll engage with her. If I meet a woman that's cool enough that really wanted to kick it with me and she was accepting my dogs, she could join us for a while if I feel like it was a good thing. So I'm not sitting up here being just against women or anything like that. But when I say that the companion dog lifestyle is a MGTOW, no, I'm not putting that label on the companion dog lifestyle. No. It's a lot of different types of people that can enter this lifestyle. You can be MGTOW and have a dog. You can be incel and have a dog. But having a dog don't mean you're an incel. Having a dog doesn't mean you're MGTOW or means you're in any group. So from that standpoint, no, I don't say that this is a form of MGTOW. Now, I always say this. I can't control anybody's mouth. And I'm not looking to. So you may have people that try to tell me, no, you are doing this, or you look, if you want to try to say I'm doing something or whatever you want to say, accuse me of, I ain't controlling your mouth. But the beautiful thing is, I know what I am. I know what God got in my heart. So you may think that you see some similarities in something I might be doing or whatever. But no, I don't consider this the MGTOW life. I don't consider this MGTOW. You can be MGTOW with a dog, but no, I don't consider this a form of MGTOW. Nope, I don't. And here's the deal. A lot of it, MGTOW and all the other stuff, I'm willfully ignorant of. I don't even want to learn what half this stuff is. I'm gonna be quite honest with you. I just feel like it's to me, it's just overboard for me, you know. Go out here, learn life, and that's that on that. That's how I really feel about it. All this yellow pill, black pill, white pill, and things of that nature. God bless you if that's what you want to get into, but that's just not what I want to get into. And like I said, I mean that without trying to hurt as many feelings as I can, but even my brother and mom and them, they'll just sort of tell you, I am sort of just blunt with it sometimes. I don't try to sugarcoat it too much. You know, I don't want to hurt feelings or anything like that. But once again, I hope I didn't with that. But I just say, no, I do not equate that with the lifestyle. I just feel like it's people that are in those groups that have companion dogs. Nothing wrong with that. Let's see. Johnny K says, that's what I meant. I don't know what he's talking about now because I ain't come back for a while. Johnny K says, I heard when she said that Venti said that she really, what? I don't even know what I was. Oh, okay. I guess he heard that story about Lila, about her saying that people come back is Down syndrome. And I was like, man, I hated to hear that story. It was one I definitely did not like to hear. I just didn't like it. I just say that I've already sort of why I didn't like it, but it didn't sit right with me. Oh my God, the next video I want to talk about is looks like it will never be enough. I think there'll be a never be enough. Yep. I think it's never be enough. I don't know how I skipped it. Look like I skipped it though. I only got one comment on Never Be Enough. And on Never Be Enough, it was crazy because I saw a girl post on Facebook and she was talking about all this stuff about what a man got to bring to a relationship. He got to grow her soul, grow her mind, teach her, lead her, do all this crap. I said, hey, that's the problem with you jokers. Now, I know a lot of men, they want to, yeah, I want to do all of those things. But only thing I was laughing about was that's why a lot of these relationships don't work. You ain't supposed to be looking for a man for half the things you're looking to him for. You looking for him to fill your spirit. You supposed to be looking to God for that. You looking for him to lead you. Look. You supposed to be looking to God for that. You supposed to be looking for you. He got to teach you everything too. Wait a minute. A lot of this stuff's supposed to be sought from the inside first, and then towards the end, I think she said something about love me. Once again, that has to happen naturally. You can't demand that out of somebody. Then she said, understand me. I'm like, man, see, these are the things I'm talking about in these human-to-human relationships that can get so complicated. It's easy to say understand me, but it's hard to understand you because humans are complicated, man or woman. And so I was like, you know what? Half the stuff she's talking about in this video, she should be asking from God first. So that's what really had me laughing about everything she was asking about. And DAS says, great video, Jay. So true. That's what's so great about my girls. They never need validation from me or I from them. And so I appreciate him saying that. And that's exactly how I feel, man, as far as these dogs. They don't put all these, like I say, man, all due respect to human relationships. But why I'm so happy is they don't need all this extra crap. Because like I said in that video, I've seen it time and time again. You can give all of those things. I'm not trying to deter you, but it's just a true fact. Whether you're a man or woman, you can give that partner everything they're asking for, and it still can never be enough. You know, maybe you may find somebody that you can please. I'm not saying you won't, but in most cases, it's always going to be something else that person's asking for. Why? Because they're asking things from you that they can't even get from you. They're supposed to be getting from another source. And so that's why I say, boy, these human-to-human relationships is complicated as hell sometimes. Oh, then I did my video Inside San Huey, dog, which all due respect to my YouTube overseers, I don't know where the mole is or who's doing it or whatever. But I say this. That video San Huey dog was so damn innocent, it should be G-rated. Nothing in that video was happening bad whatsoever. And like you say, it's so crazy. I go out of my way to avoid putting certain pictures and things of that nature in some of these videos. And for whatever reason, somebody decided to mess with that video. I'm like, hey, this is a Disney will probably air this video. What's going on here? But I took an inside look at San Huey dog. Honestly, I think they'd be a great company if you do decide to go with them. And I had a guy to write me about San Huey dog, saying it, man, he loved his San Huey dog. It was his favorite dog. It was amazing quality. And he was actually the guy that wanted me to talk about San Huey dog. And I was telling him, man, I'm already preparing the show for them. But JTY Music 100 says, I always appreciate these videos. I gave him the thumb up because, man, hey, I'm glad that he appreciates the learning videos. And Isaiah J. Jack says, great video, very informative. And I thought one of the craziest things about that video was I always say go through the vendor. Like, you know, you normally you should go through the vendor. I'm going to be honest with you. And even with this one, I'm sort of going back and forth because when I was reading, and I know a lot of people have things in fine print, but when I was reading about San Huey and their vendors, it was making me think like they don't trust their vendors to give you their product unharmed. And it's not unusual for vendors to, you know, if you have damage, you don't contact the mother company, you contact the vendor. So a lot of the jargon I was reading through, that's what they were saying. They was like, hey, we're not responsible for the damage. You got to contact the vendor. That's not too far-fetched. But I didn't like the fact that they said that they redid the contracts with the vendors based off of what they saw. They felt like it was a real problem there. And when I was reading that, I said, ooh, just for saying Huey, dog, I may have to just say the hell with it. And I might be talking to them personally. So that was the biggest thing I uncovered, other than the fact that I told you guys, they don't make dolls with removable vaginas. Man, that was so big time. Those are two of the biggest things I learned during that video. Not to mention, they just had some great technology going. I just wish they had more faces to choose from. That's their big downfall. They don't have enough faces. We closing. Hey, we almost, I think we ain't got but like two more things to read here. I did a video recently, and this one was super innocent. This was the customization conundrum. Once again, I didn't even show any pictures or anything, and I just really sort of talked about, man, how customizing your girl can drive you crazy in a good way. Like I said, it's so many different things you can add to your girl: nipple coloring, vagina coloring, different parts, different heads, standing, non-standing, so many different things you can add, and it's only going to get more plentiful. You know, as time goes on, we're gonna, like I said, I put in the video, it made me laugh because I had the girls cheering in the video. But it's only going to get more plentiful, guys. We're not going to get less choices. We're going to get more choices. And so that's what it's got me so excited for the future. And so that's why I say it's a conundrum, man. It's always going to be a conundrum of what to choose when you're dealing with these dolls. But a good conundrum. Chang Long says, I don't know why it's saying this video is age restricted. I just said me either, my friend, because you're talking about an innocent video. It's sort of what I don't know what's going on. I don't, like I said, I don't, you know, if you've been watching my channel, you already know how I do things. I don't even like to focus on the damn negative. I really don't. But I'm not focusing on it because I feel like they're gonna, you know, that anything's gonna weapon formed against me is gonna stop me. I think I'm gonna be all right. But I'm just like, that video was such an innocent video. Nothing wrong with that video at all. It shouldn't have any restrictions on. So Kevin Gray comes in and says, can you add customization after you already have your doll? Suppose I ordered a doll that can't stand. Can I go back and order a part or piece that will help her do that in the future? And this is what I told him. I said, hey, my friend, you have to order standing feet beforehand. Now, let me explain this to you if you don't know. Standing feet is a type of doll, pretty much. It's not like it's just a part they add. They usually have doll bodies that are standing feet doll bodies, where this doll is already, you know, the skeleton is already constructed to have those standing foot screws on the bottom of it. They make the doll like this. So when you order a doll with standing feet, that's how they're gonna have that skeleton with the standing foot screws on it and things of that nature. So it's not simply, I guess what I'm trying to tell him is, to get that changed, you're gonna have to order a whole new body. And so that's why I say, if you want standing feet or non-standing feet, that's a decision that you're going to have to make at the beginning, and you're going to have to stick behind that decision. And if you want something different, you're going to have to buy a whole new body, whether it's standing feet or non-standing feet. Also, I told him any manufacturer would probably do customizations to your dog after you receive the dog. But here's the catch, because I've seen people say this, companies say this: if you're willing to pay the shipping and handling to them, as well as pay it back to them. Because if you're asking for a customization that you forgot, or you just want to improve your doll in some way, but the company didn't mess up, oh, they're not going to pay shipping for your doll. And it's not cheap to pay shipping for these dolls. So you're probably going to be looking at $400 or $500 each way. So you're going to probably be at least $1,000 and some dollars to ship your doll all the way back to the company. By that time, you've invested in a whole nother dog. So I would suggest if you've forgotten the customizations on your dog, guess what, brother? You better be looking forward to the next dog you're going to get, because I would not suggest to anybody to send their whole dog back through the mail to go back to the company, get worked on, and be sent back to you. You'd be better off just investing in a whole nother dog. I'm going to be honest with you, and make sure you try to get the customizations closer to the way you want them. And that's exactly what I said. I say it's too expensive, in my opinion. Best to get it right the first time. And if you make a mistake, like I did with Saima, I still hate that even though I don't plan on, I ain't gonna say plan, I don't know what's going to happen, but I haven't had sex with any of my girls. But I say this, one of the things I'm always regret about Saima is that she has a removable vagina, because I didn't know. When I bought my dogs, I didn't have me out here to tell me, hey, don't get a removable vagina. Because even if I'm not having sex with Saima, to this day, it sickens me just thinking that she has a removable vagina. And if you just look down there, you won't see anything. It'll look normal. But just knowing that it's not, it's not like Callie and the other girls, because they have fixed vaginas. And just knowing it's not like theirs, sometimes it bothers me, but it doesn't bother me as much because I don't have sex with them. Man, if I was engaging in sex, I would probably be pissed off right now because of everything San Huey dog said. It's just, even when I'm giving them their bath, sometimes it creeps in the back of my mind of, you know what, she got a removable. Like I said, it doesn't look any different immediately from the outside, but it's just that knowing of, man, I hate she got this removable. I promise you, man. So, but I'm not going to send her back, you see, and try to get that, or try to, and honestly, hell, once they're made like this, it don't even make, like I say, it won't even make sense for me trying to send her back. It makes sense for me just getting a whole nother dog that has the capabilities, like I said at first. The next thing I got is, I got a late comment. I haven't even got a chance to really respond to it. I'm going to try to respond to it in real time. But a guy named Faster than a turtle said, you are very logical and wise. Thank you, my friend. He said, I really enjoy listening to your videos. Thank you. He said, I first started watching videos. I was amazed with the realism. Then I kept watching because I thought it was funny. Then I started trying to understand why people do or buy dogs, I guess, and it makes sense, and I respect it. He said, I never was a kid, and I guess I never was a kid that had imagination and played with G.I. Joes, but I do believe it can contribute to a very enjoyable sleep. Talking about companion dogs. I do believe dogs can contribute to a very enjoyable sleep, and now I'm considering one. He said, I was wondering, do you have a full list of websites that you can copy and paste from personal experience? Highest recommended, friend recommended, and then believe so to be good sites. I really like the American vendor businesses, how you were talking about in one of your videos. Okay, what I would tell him is this. I haven't used all these vendors. I've told everybody that. The only thing I've done is done research. Of course, I know where most of the legitimate sites are and things of that nature. But it's also doesn't just really, I always tell people, if you want to look at dogs, I have a site in my about section on YouTube for sexy real sex dolls. You can always click there to go browse. That's where I'm going to direct you first. That's my link for you to go look around. You can look at damn near every brand doll that's out. But my other part of the advice is, I'm not sending you there so you can buy from them. You may decide to buy from them. But if you're somebody that doesn't know what they want, I'm just sending you there to look around. It's just a beginning point. And it is one of the best vendors in the world. For me, it's top 3 at least. And so guess what? If you decide to choose from them, choose from them. Then I say this. If you find the brand or a type of doll you want, and you don't want to go through them, but you know exactly the brand you want, then you can come back to me and say, hey man, I was looking on this site. I like this particular brand, but I don't want to get it from them. Where else can I go? I can always try to direct you at a better site for that particular doll. Because some vendors, what I found, some vendors actually have better deals with certain brands. So that's something to also look for as well. Once you find a brand, you may want to shop around to different vendor sites. Now, I always say this: I haven't been to everybody, so I can't tell you from personal experience everybody that's going to be good. I can only tell you the couple of people that I personally used, and that's Sexy Real Sex Dolls and Kimber Doll. So I always talk about them from personal experience, and everything else is from research. So if you're a guy that's if you're a person that's just watching my page, my channel, I have a couple of review videos about vendors. You can always look at those vendors, or you can also check out. You can find the doll forum. They have a lot of good reputable sites. They don't have any sites on there that are bad, I can tell you. It's sites that are reputable that aren't on there as well. But you can't go wrong just going to look on their site. So I do plan on breaking down at some point. I plan on breaking down every dog company and every vendor. That's my goal, is to make it through everybody. So eventually I'll break down every single one of them on an individual basis. But I can tell you right now, you can start with the site that's on my YouTube channel just to find out what you're looking for. And after that, if you don't see what you like on their site, guess what? Once we can get an idea of what you like, maybe we can direct you to the best vendor for that particular doll you're looking for. So I hope that answered his question. So with all that said, I'm done with the questions for the day. I told you this wasn't gonna be the super duper long Dog King Power Hour we've all grown accustomed to. I'm gonna go through these questions, and we're gonna let you guys do what you do. Let me see something. I haven't heard back from my friend. Let me see. No, I haven't heard back from him. Lieutenant Johnny says, when the time comes, I'll let you know. I'm talking about his dogs, most definitely. Anna thinks Cheetos are a meal, blah, 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 blah. Malin, black don't crack. That is the only parrot that eats dirt. Okay, I already said that. Same, Jay, am I seeing things? Did you get a new girl? Oh, no. Everybody, these are my old girls, son. They just ain't always out. I got Callie, Saima, Renee, Uzumaki, Secretary Tsunade Star, and over in the corner, I got Austin the Moon. So it's all the same four that I've been having. Power Brain says, when my ex-girlfriend left me, I wish she had a removable vagina. Then she could have left it on the nightstand. That's funny. No, I'm going to be honest, man. When these human women go, it's best to let them take themselves and they doggone vaginas right on with them, no matter how good they was. I mean, no matter how good it might have been. Because when a human woman is ready to leave, believe me, you don't want her sticking around, because she could be doing some things with that vagina and coming right back to you. I'm telling you, when a woman, I'm telling you, man, it never pays off when you keeping a woman when you know she's already wanting to leave. If a woman heading out the door and you're able to sort of talk her in the stand, but you see that she really still sort of want to go, man, you better just go ahead and tell her to go. Because believe me, she's already gone. You just don't know it. And so, hey, when a woman leaves, forget it. Hey, you can get over that human vagina. Believe me. I had this one girl, I promise you. And to this day, she probably got the best human vagina I've ever had. Oh my God. And I used to think I wasn't gonna ever get over her. But I did. I got over it, man, because guess what? Hey, it's more fish in the sea, for one. And for two, even if I don't find somebody that's good, it's always something, as far as vagina. It's hey, guess what? The rest of them can make up and be better than her if I was to still be looking for that. But hey, I don't need either right now because I'm super happy with what I got. Unless one of these beautiful human women want to stop by occasionally, guess what? We won't kick you out. I tell you that, because if one of these Instagram foot girls stop by, believe me, hey, I might not beg them to come in, but hey, guess what? I won't be kicking them out either. I definitely say that. So, with all this said, guys, it's been a hell of a stream. Been fun today. I'm just trying. Let me try to think, man. Make sure I ain't forgetting nothing. Once again, this whole title of this show, which I haven't even revisited that issue, was A Strong Resolve. I sort of have though, and that was basically San Huey. I said I still appreciate them for not selling the removable vagina and saying, guess what? We'll lose a little money because we love realism, and that's what we believe in. And then I said, hey, even though I was experiencing a few things going on behind the scenes, that my resolve is strong with the channel. I believe in what I'm doing. I love what I'm doing. And guess what? I ain't making like I told you guys a few weeks ago in Reset Sunday, I ain't making no damn plan B. I got a plan A, and that's the one I'm sticking to. And so that's where a strong resolve came from. And we talked about a whole laundry list of things. And one of the funnest things we talked about again was the scent competition. And no matter what, ladies, it's got to go on. The show must continue. And guess what? If you've been in the scent competition, win, lose, or draw, it's more of a compliment than anything else. But with all that said, we definitely want to send blessings over you guys, abundance your way, health. We praying all good things to happen to you in your life. Whatever you're hoping for, wishing for, striving for, we're praying that you achieve all of it. We're praying that God come in your heart right now and give you extra strength, extra ability, and extra creativity. But with all that said, man, it's been me, J. King Hefner, the beautiful Cali Sun, the beautiful Secretary Tsunade Star, the beautiful Asana Moon, and the beautiful Saima Renee Uzumaki. As of right now, we finna get out of here, guys. Love you, man. Hope everything is good with the rest of your day. Thank you guys for stopping by. Appreciate your time. Appreciate the love. And hey, you know I'm always here. If you need to drop a question, we're going to be here to answer it all. So with all that said, man, we are out.